about time. What's going on?
Rumor report, rumor report.
This is the Rumor Report
Talk to him.
with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Man, times are rough right now. Young Buck, according to court papers, he owes $50,000 to the IRS and more than $100,000 in child support. He also says that he has no property. He has no money in the bank, no cash on hand, and he owns just $100 in clothes and $100 in jewelry. Things are so bad, he's been relying on his girlfriend for his basic day-to-day needs, including driving her car and using her household goods in the home that they share, according to court papers. Well, he also posted this video.
The headlines about, me only having $100 in my pocket and jewelry only worth $100 and, only $100 worth of clothes. So I put my cash app up, y'all. $1 for buck, man. Let's get buck for buck. I almost got 1 million followers, so $1 for buck. Let's see what it do.
Jesus Christ. I'll tell you one thing, man. Don't laugh at young Buck. Learn. 'Cause I would love to hear Buck tell his story on how he ended up in that bad financial situation so others can learn from it. And I got to salute Buck, too, because in this era where people get on social media and front like they got so much money, it takes a lot to get on social media and tell the truth. He could be he could easily be out there in the street doing things he's got no business doing to make money, but he's clearly trying to do the right thing, so.
Yeah, but let's be honest. It's going to be more than Young Buck. There's going to be a lot of artists like that. A lot of artists rely on show money, rely on going on tour. And tours and shows have been shut down for 15 weeks. So that's 14, 15 weeks of artists not being able to get money to possibly pay their rent, eat, car notes, and all that. So a lot of artists are going to be messed up. But Young Buck he has the balls to stand up and say, hey, I need help.
Well, according to reports, his main creditors are the mothers of his 6 kids, the Georgia Department of Human Services, and the IRS. But they're also saying that this could be the other issue is he does owe an undisclosed amount of money to 50 Cent and G-Unit. So he wants to also reject any of those contracts and not have to pay that money.
I would much rather owe the IRS than 50 Cent.
All right. Well, the game did send Young Buck $1,000 on Cash App after that video. That's nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
All right. Kim Kardashian has signed an exclusive podcast deal with Spotify, and she'll be doing this with television producer Lori Rothschild Ansaldi, who will co-produce and co-host the show. And that'll be aiming to highlight the nonprofit legal organization seeking to overturn wrongful convictions. So that's for the Innocence Project. So that's what her podcast is going to be doing.
Dope. I'm not mad at that because she's bringing attention. She's using her celebrity to bring attention to something that needs to be discussed and talked about. And people probably wouldn't tune into that podcast so much if it wasn't for Kim K's presence. So, yeah, that's cool. I'm with that.
All right. Now, Gabrielle Union, she appeared on the Daily Social Distancing Show, and she talked about what happened with America's Got Talent and the lawsuit that she has against them, her discrimination suit. Here's what she said about her issues with Simon Cowell.
Day one, Simon Cowell is smoking cigarettes inside. So when your boss, the person who has the ability to determine who gets opportunities and who doesn't believe that the law applies to him or the rules apply to him, and he does it in full view of NBC and Fremantle and Psycho, and no one cares. What message do you think that sends to anyone that has an issue with the very real racism and the lack of accountability?
So the problems were starting from day one, where the person that's not being held accountable, who is the person that's in charge of the show. Now, in addition to that,
that's actually illegal, right? It's illegal smoking.
Yeah, you can't
inside
smoke
a building.
That would bother me. That's
anywhere in the
disgusting,
U.S.
by the way.
Yeah, that's actually illegal. But go ahead.
Right, and then she also talked about the independent investigation that she thought would be independent that was launched to see how accountable they would be. And here's what she said about that.
Silly me. I thought independent was like independent. But when NBC and Fremantle and Psycho pay for that investigation, they control it. They turn over what they believe to be inflammatory things or things that are not advantageous to me over to the head of NBC, Paul Tleggi, who then uses those things that he thinks are smoking guns to shoot down my claims. He then threatens my agent, Gabrielle, better watch who she calls a racist in the middle of an investigation about racism and discrimination. This is what's happening from the top of the company.
Yeah, I mean, that's a situation where I'm sure people are just afraid to tell Simon Cowell, no, stop, because he is the head honcho over there.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Now, NBC is still denying these claims and saying that it's not true. They said the allegation that anyone involved in this process threatened Miss Union is categorically untrue. We took Miss Union's concerns seriously and engaged an outside investigator who found an overarching culture of diversity on the show.
Okay.
I don't know, guys. All right, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Rumor Report.